What is up, guys? So the video you're about to see is one of my biggest beta moments. Now, this is way before I found out about Red Pill. I didn't find out Red Pill until like a year or so afterwards, and it wasn't until this year when I got my heart broken to where I fully became Red Pill, started reading up on a bunch of Red Pill material, started watching a lot of Red Pill videos, and just changing my whole mindset. You guys know how I am right now. But this video was way back in 2017. I was a senior in high school. I had just moved to Florida. I had a girlfriend at the time for like a month, broke up, and talked to a couple girls after that. But yeah, you'll see. But this video is one I made around prom time. It wasn't for this girl, it was about this girl. You guys will see in the video, but just want to make this intro saying that this did not recently happen. This video was from 2017, April 2017 actually. I asked in the recent video if you guys wanted me to, make it public because I thought I deleted the video, but it was actually just privated. You guys said you wanted to be public, so instead of just making it public and having you guys search all the way down my video list to find it, I decided just to re-upload it. You know what I'm saying? Put this little intro in the beginning, so you guys might cringe. You guys will cringe because I cringe looking back at it. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I watched parts of it, and yeah, it's bad. But you guys want to see it. I offered it. You guys want to see it, so here it is. What's up, guys? I'm currently pulled over at the side of the road. This is a video that I want to make since this morning. I'm gonna edit this video considering how I hooked up my gaming PC. Now I can edit again, so this might not upload the same day, it might upload the next day, but it will definitely upload. So this video idea came into mind when I was watching my favorite YouTuber, Yusuf Ericat or FruityTube. Yusuf uploaded a video today talking about an experience he had with a girl that pretty much lied to him to protect him. He pretty much didn't show her like the attention and love that she deserved. I can't really go into too much detail of what that video was about because I can't remember every single detail of the video on top of my head. But when I saw that video, I got inspired. I want to make this video. This video is going to be about the story between me and Snapchat Girl. As you guys know, I talk about Snapchat Girl pretty often, and even though I tend not to, she has more effect on my day than I usually think of, and she had more of an impact in my high school life, in this high school, more than I thought and more than you guys thought. Seeing Yusuf's video, helped me realize, all the signs and all the different stuff that showed that she was attracted to me. I don't know if she still is, but she seems to still be attracted to me. Yusuf's video helped me analyze it, and I was talking to Evan and Somi on Telegram last night, and the more I talked about her, the more I realized this stuff. And I actually realized some more stuff that I tapped into my Galaxy. You guys haven't seen this phone in a while. I tapped into my Galaxy that I'm going to tell you guys right now. Let's get started. So it all started back in November when I was in English class, and for the first couple months I was super quiet. You guys know back in my early video days when I posted videos talking about my first couple of days at school, I actually wasn't talking to anybody. I didn't like my English class because my English class reminded me of my school back in New Jersey. That's the one class I didn't like. Every other class I was okay with. It wasn't too crazy, too obnoxious, but that was the one class where it just I just didn't like it at first. Back in November, you guys know how our new president was elected, and that's how I met my friend in math class. We were showing each other memes and stuff like that. 2 days later, after the whole day where I met him and we showed each other memes, I was sitting next to him and I saw that Hollister was actually hiring. So I showed him that Hollister was hiring. He actually applied that class period, which was pretty funny. Then he went to the interview. A couple days later, he got the job and I didn't. Now, I was not mad. I was not jealous or anything. I was actually happy for it, man, because he was actually searching longer than me for a job. and he finally got one, that he, enjoys. So, I was happy for him. Turned out later on that that job wasn't even that good because he barely got hours, and that long drive down to the mall just to get to that job it's not worth it. God gave me a better job at Taco Bell where I got plenty of hours, even though I left and I'm gonna work at Culver's. The day after he told me he got hired, he was telling everybody at school that he got hired. Just telling everybody because, why would you not want to tell people that you got a job, Now, I was next to him at lunch. When he went to go talk to one girl, I noticed something. I noticed that she looked familiar. Reason being, that Snapchat girl. She's in my class. She got up to talk to him, and then he told her that he got the job. She was all happy for him and stuff. I was kind of standing there. It was him, me, and her. We just like in a group, and I was just kind of standing there because I was still new. I was still like shy and stuff. I was my early days in NoFap. I wasn't super confident and stuff. So she noticed that I was in that group. She noticed because the next day, mind you, it's not like she saw me in the group when my friend was telling her that he got the job, and then she all of a sudden sat behind me. No, she was sitting behind me the entire time up to that point. The next day, I was sitting there, and she came into class, and she dabbed me up. Never dabbed before. No, I was sitting there like doing what I usually do, not talking to anybody, and she dabbed me up. I guess we're cool now because she dabbed me up. The end of class, she dabbed me up again. But the thing is, the way we do it in New Jersey, we do that and then we close it. I'm pretty sure like everybody does that, not only people in Jersey and stuff. But that's how we do it. And she was all happy because she was like, "You're probably the only person that knows how to do it right." I was like, "That's how we do it in Jersey." That's how the first interaction went. It was a crazy experience. So ever since then, she dabbed me up every single day in class. It was a thing. We just dab each other up. That's how we interact with each other. But then one day, just randomly, she talked to me and she said she's having a birthday party at a bowling alley and she wanted to invite me. I was like, "Oh, sure, I'll go." So then she proceeded to ask me for my number. I gave it to her and she was like, "Why is it that area code?" And I was like, "It's a Jersey number, I'm still have a Jersey number. I'm not giving her my Jersey number, I gotta keep that, that's my little Jersey thing." So she ended up texting me with my number, and I got her text and she said save my number. So I saved her number. After that class, I walked over to my friend. At this point, it was still early on the year. My friend wasn't interacting with the rest of the girls yet. He knew them obviously, but he wasn't interacting with them because he found them annoying. He didn't start hanging out with them until he introduced me to them, and then they started coming up to him more, and then that's how the friend group formed. But at this point, he wasn't interacting with them much. So what we did was we would meet up outside the senior building, and then we'd walk around. That's our thing. I went outside to meet up with him. Snapchat girl came up to us. She invited him to her birthday party. Now, he got kind of mad, like playfully mad, because she invited me first and invited him second. So he was kind of a little salty about that, but playfully salty. He wasn't serious about it. And she was like, "Oh, he's in my class, so, I got to see him first." That's not true. Yeah, she invited me first, and she was really anxious. She wanted me to go. She asked for my number like almost instantly, and she was showing a lot of signs right there. I wasn't really into her at the time, so I didn't really know. One day during that same exact week, she asked me, because that's when the friend group started forming and everybody started like meeting up in that one spot. She asked me to go for the subway. She pretty much asked me to go with her, just to hang out. She said she's hungry. She wants me to go with her to Subway. So I was like, "Sure, I'll go." And my friend wanted to go too, but his brother had their mom's card, so he didn't have a way to pay for it. So I got home and I had the coupon. I got the coupon for buy one sub and a drink, get one free. My friend texted me, say he couldn't go. But I was like, you can just use my coupon, then you can get a free sub, don't worry about it. Because I wanted him to go. And at this point, I wasn't attracted to her, and I didn't see her in that way, so it didn't bother me that he was coming. So he was like, "All right, sure, I'll go." So I was on my way down to Subway when she called me. She either called me or texted me, and she was pretty much asking me where I was. And I said I was driving down. I'd be there in like 10 minutes. So and she was like, "Hurry up," just playfully, not serious. She said, "Hurry up." I parked, and then she pulled up right in front of me. Then she got out. I got out. Then she was like, you take forever to get here." I was like, do you not see the drive? I had to go home and drive back here, and there's traffic on the street. And then she proceeded to roast my car, saying how it's a 2-door. She's like, no, I don't like 2 doors and stuff like that. And I was like, but do you see the sunroof though? That's one thing me and her did. She would like roast my car saying a 2-door. I'd be like, but what's your sunroof though? Like, and she'd be like, I don't care about sunroof. And I'm like, but the sunroof though. Like when you're driving, get all the breeze coming in, and you're just stuck here with the window. It's something funny we did. My friend ended up coming. We went into Subway. You know, we sat down, we ate. That was one time. Second time we went to Wendy's. About the same scenario. Some of my friend had money this time, and then we ate, sat and talked. And those were 2 times when she asked me to go with her to after school. She didn't ask my friend. She just asked me. But I ended up inviting my friend. I don't know. Again, I wasn't into her at the time. So I get to the point where she would wait for me after class, because as I said, the friend group would meet up outside the senior building, and we would all stand there and talk. So it gets to the point where she would wait for me, like at the door of class, for me to come out, and then we would walk together to the little spot. And she would annoy me every single day, but in a cute way. Like, she would just be so annoying, and I would annoy her back. You know, playfully, as Corey Wayne said, treat her like a bright little sister 9% of the time. She treat me like a bright little brother. Actually, she would act like a bright little sister to me, even though she's older than me, which is really cute. And then once we would go outside where the friend group would meet up, she would stand with me and we would talk until the rest of the friend group started coming out, because they would come out after us, because we're in the same class. We would get out first, and we would stand there and we would talk. So, you know, that was cool. You know, just me and her interacting. So another sign she would give me, I'm reading from my phone, and I had different bullet points of different things that I typed up. Another thing is, when we were in class, this is one of the times when the teacher shifted desks around, so we were in different assigned seats. She sat next to me, so I would sit here, she would sit over here. And she was on her phone. Like, everybody's on their phone. You know, when you're in class, you're on your phone, right? My teacher wasn't teaching at that point in class, so we're just on our phones. And multiple times, she would put me on her Snapchat story. And you know, when a girl does that, she's either into you or she's close to you. And seeing how we weren't close yet, she just did that. And she would just do little cute things, like put filters on me and like this different stuff, put me on her story. And it was pretty cute, but that's another thing I noticed that she did. I'm sorry these segments are really short, but I said I just typed up a list of different signs she gave me. I'm trying to explain each one to give you guys a better idea, so you guys can analyze what I'm saying and decipher what your mind comes to. So at this point, this is when she started getting touchy. She started showing her sweet side. Whenever she would see me in class, she would start caressing me. She would either touch my hair, because that's when I was my brushing session, I was going in the brushing. She would either touch my hair, or she would touch my face, and she would just find some excuse to touch me. I didn't mind this. I didn't mind. I loved how she would touch me. But at the same time, again, I wasn't really into her, so I didn't really take it, you know, further. You know, I could have taken it further, but, you know, I wasn't into her, you know what I mean? So pretty much we're just touching each other. That's the thing. That's the thing me and her had, even up until now. That's the thing we had. We touch each other. We always just find some way to touch each other or touch each other's things. Like, I'll touch her phone, she'll touch my phone, like different things like that. But that, all in all, is how the interacting, touching, flirting part started. We started from her touching me, then I started touching her, and just different things like that. Another thing is, I was the first person she told that she was gonna get her car, and I was the first person she told when she got her car. Actually, I don't think I was the first person. She put it on her Snapchat story, but I was the first person she told in person. So take that as you will, but you know, that's another thing. Now here's another big sign. Like, you can decipher the big sign from the small signs in this video, but here's a big sign. One day, it was a Sunday, I was going to the gym. She FaceTimed me, and this randomly one day, we didn't get to the whole interacting, but I didn't know she would FaceTime me. I didn't know we were that close, but she FaceTimed me randomly, and I was like, why is she FaceTiming me? I didn't answer the first time, because when you FaceTime, you have to get prepared. You know, you can't just call someone out random. She called me, and then she called me again, but I didn't pick up the second time. So I got my car, started up, and drove off. Called her on FaceTime, put my phone in the cup holder, and she pretty much got mad at me. She got playfully mad though, but she was kind of like low-key pretty mad, kind of mad, whatever. She was mad because I didn't answer the phone. Because before I FaceTimed her, I texted her and I was asking her like what she wanted. Then she was like, "What do you mean why I want? Answer the phone." So that's why I called her. Then she got mad and she was like, "Whenever I call, you answer on the first ring." I was like, okay. Turns out she wanted to know what the English essay was about. I didn't know, but by the time I called her anyway, she already found it on her bag. She already went in her car, got the paper, and saw what it was about. She would call me because she was lazy to go in her car and go look at what it was. Yeah, she got mad because I didn't answer, but you can't call someone randomly if you guys know what I mean. Now, at this point in our friendship, she would always find some excuse to talk to me. She was always find some excuse to talk to me, which is a good thing. It could be doing work, or it could be doing something, and she would just randomly find some excuse to talk to me. So around January, you guys know how this is around the time I was getting my first girlfriend. She was into me, as you guys could tell. Throughout the time of me having my first girlfriend and me going on a date with the second girl that was a bust, as you guys know, I would interact with her, like asking questions, different stuff, like telling her what's going on. Like, not everything too detailed, you know, that gotta keep some things private, but you know, just general things I'll tell her about. And I didn't see at the time, but now I remember the faces she would give when I would talk about them with my friend and the other girl from Taco Bell. She seemed like, you know, she wanted me to like go out with her, but I was talking about these other girls. You guys know how girls are when they're jealous, but I didn't realize at the time. It wasn't until like a little later on, but it wasn't until now that I realized the faces, and I'm like, wow. But I wasn't attracted to her at the time. I was attracted to my first girlfriend, and then I got attracted to this second girl after I broke up with my girlfriend. So after the second day was a bust, probably like 2 or 3 weeks after, I started looking at this girl, right? The way she confuses me in a good way. Like, she's ratchet and crazy and out there, but when it comes to me, when she comes to like, it's just me and her talking, just me and her doing something, she would change. She would just have this sweet side. I did not notice at the time. So you guys know one video where I said, you know, me and her, like, the conversations are bland, and that's why I ain't want to go prom for her. I thought that we, you know, things were just awkward between me and her, you know, like, whenever we and her have a conversation, it would just be like awkward. That's why, you know, I was like, I don't really want to go to prom with her. When I was driving here, I realized it's not that things are awkward, is that she's showing her sweet side, and she never shows her sweet side. And it caught me by surprise, because I didn't know what she was like, you know, on her sweet side. That's why I thought it was awkward, but it turned out she's just in her sweet side, and, you know, I wasn't used to that yet. But I became attracted to her because she would confuse me. She confused me like no other girl did. She still confused me to this day. And I asked her out over text, because I ain't call her, because I was going to work when I texted her, and pretty much asked her when she was able to get together. She asked why. I said something around the lines of, you know, I want to go do something just me and you. And then she said she'll have to pay her bills and then she'll save to go. I didn't think about it at the time, but I would have paid for her. This is one thing, like, I'm like, wow, why didn't I say that? I would have paid for her. But around the time after I asked her out, the Talk About incident happened. You guys know that day something happened at lunch with one girl. One girl was fake fighting with another girl. Both of them were my friends. I held a girl back, and then, you know, she got mad at me because I was holding her for too long, even though I didn't know if it was serious or not, so I was holding her. And then we ended up going to Taco Bell, me, my friend, Snapchat girl, and the other girl. Not the two girls that were play fighting, it was a different girl. We went to Taco Bell, and we were just talking. I had to get something under $5 because I reached my limit of transferring between my savings and my checking, so I had to go with what I had in my checking, was I think $5.02. So I was in a struggle life. But I eventually got my food, and then we were talking. Then we were talking about our first time having sex, and that's when I brought up my ex. I didn't go into too much detail with that, but I was telling them how, you know, it went pretty much. You know, after a while, everybody's pretty much ignoring me. Well, not really ignoring me. Whenever I bring up a conversation or I bring up a joke, nobody would say anything. Just be quiet. The two girls especially, and I was like, you know, what's going on? And it just got to the point where I was like, what's the point of me being here? So eventually my friend had to leave, so we all got up and got in our cars. You know, they were talking for a little bit, but I ended up just leaving. I had my mom's car at the time because my car had to get a new registration, my Florida registration, and my mom took my car there, so I took her car to school. I drove home, didn't talk to anybody for the weekend. I was pretty pissed. I went back to school thinking, okay, you know, everything should be cool now. Same thing, the friend group was being fake. At that point, I was like, yo, what's going on? So I ended up leaving, went home, didn't talk to any of them for a while. You guys know how I was. I was playing it cool. If they say what's up to me, I say what's up. I keep the conversation short, just, you know, kept it moving. You guys know how that was. One day, my friend texted me and he was like, you know, what's going on? Why are you ignoring me and stuff like that? Pretty much told him, you know, everything was cool at first. And he was like, no, something's up because you're ignoring me for no reason. And then I told him what happened at Taco Bell and why everybody's ignoring me and stuff like that. Then he was like, I wasn't even ignoring you, stuff like that. Pretty much it was a conversation me and him made up. Then I decided to message Snapchat girl because I was like, you know, if I fix things for him, I should fix things for her. So I messaged her on Snapchat. I deleted her number at the time. I sent a long paragraph, you know, pretty much saying, you know, how she's like being fake and stuff like that. She sent a longer paragraph back saying, you know, she doesn't know what I'm talking about. I just pretty much ruined her day because I'm accusing her and stuff like that, and she didn't do anything. And if anything, you know, I'm in the wrong because she's always saying hi to me and I don't say hi to her, which was true. Like, she always come up and say hi to me and dab me up, but I never say hi to her. It was pretty much an argument, and then I apologized after a while because, you know, I was like, there's no point. You know, at this point, like, she didn't do anything wrong. I just assumed that, you know, she was being fake, but she said she wasn't, so I was like, you know what? Let me just apologize. I apologized to her. You know, we stopped talking to that. When we go back to school, I said hi to her. She said hi back. But for a long while, until Friday, she was being petty to me. You know, I tried to talk to her and stuff, but she'd be petty. When we were in a friend group, she wouldn't talk to me. Just different stuff like that. Here's when Friday came. If you guys know what happened, you guys can see that video. Pretty much, I was going to Wawa's. I didn't know my friend and her were coming. And I was sitting and I was driving, and I was like, you know, I asked my friend for a Snapchat girl's number. Pretty much text her and say, you know, I want to make up. You know, I know things were kind of like awkward between us. You know, I want to go out just as friends. You know, just hang out, just as friends. You know, just to make up. I went to Wawa's. You know, I got the car and I was walking in the entrance and I saw my friend pull up and I was like, oh, I thought he wasn't coming because he said he wasn't coming. Then I saw a Snapchat girl pull up behind him and park downwards. And I was like, oh, okay, it's how can it be? I was like, all right, might make something happen. We ended up going in. They got food. I got hot chocolate. We sat at the table. He sat at one end, I sat at the other end, and she sat in the middle. Now, things are kind of awkward. Now, I'm not going to reiterate everything that happened because you guys need to see that video called Fixed Relations again if you guys want to know what happened. My friend got up and went inside. You know, I talked to Snapchat girl because things are kind of awkward. I was like, no, I'm going to fix things. Talked to her. We made up. You know, she was being all sweet again. She was being on the sweet side. Things were a lot better. When she was leaving, she hugged me, and she hugged my friend, and she left. She never hugged me. She didn't hug me in a while because she was being petty, but we made up, and she hugged me. And everything was all good. So I had this plan later that evening when I went to the class. You guys know what class I'm talking about. I was gonna text her, ask her when she's able to get together, then go to Walgreens or someplace before I get to that place, buy a stuffed animal, maybe a rose or something, or maybe just a stuffed animal, meet up with her, have fun, then right before we leave, open my trunk. I'm gonna keep it in my trunk just in case you want to peek in the car, give her a stuffed animal and say, what are you gonna promise me? That was my plan. I'm gonna show my sweet side because she sees me as a little bit of a dick, maybe because of what I said about my ex-girlfriend when we talking about our first times. Even though I wasn't being a dick, I was just saying, you know, how it went because, you know, that's what we're talking about. I never showed her a sweet side of me. Every time I see her, I'm a playful dude. Like, I'm playful, I'm not serious, stuff like that. But I never, ever showed her my sweet side. So that's how I'm gonna show my sweet side. I'm gonna buy her stuffed animal and ask her the problem with that. So I texted her, asked her if she's available this weekend or when she's available. She said she's working this whole weekend. So I was like, damn, are you free anytime during the week or next weekend? And she said she's working all weekend, and she said, if I'm trying after the prom, then so-and-so already got me. And so-and-so was another girl in our friend group. And I was like, oh, okay. So I messaged Evan and Somi. Somi wasn't on, so Evan messaged me. He said, you should respond with a playful message. I sent her a message saying, I'm trying to take you out, have fun, have a good time, but since you brought up prom, I guess I'll take the both of you, with the winking emoji. And I went to bed. I didn't read the response until the morning, but the morning came, I woke up and read the message, and she pretty much replied saying, like she was weirded out a little bit by the comment. So I pretty much responded to her saying, all jokes aside, I'd like to get to know you more, hit me up when you're available, and sent it. After that, she read the message, saved it, like on Snapchat you can save messages. She saved it and then just left it unopened. But the thing is, she saves all the messages we send back and forth. Even if it's just like a bland message, she saves it. Like pretty much all girls save messages on Snapchat. She saved the message, left it unopened, and left it. And I didn't care because I responded to her shit test with a playful response. Then I said, hit me up when you're available. And left like that. So it's on her now. The thing is, if she responds to me, she just missed out on a good date and a good proposal. So that's on her. But the reason why I make this video is because I took her for granted a little bit. I took her for granted because she showed me all these signs. I didn't see them until later on, if it's too late. In Yusa's video, he said to not take girls for granted. Show everybody the love and respect that they pretty much deserve. The reason why I make this video is because I made a mistake of not treating her the same as I treat any other girl that I'm interested in. As Corey Wayne said, treat every girl the same, treat every girl like the girl that you're not interested in. It's crazy because she showed me all these different signs of attraction and I did not notice them until it was too late, I guess. If it's too late, I don't know if it's too late because she's still showing signs. She's still on the sweet side and stuff like that. The reason why I made this video is because I never told you guys all these signs she gave me, and usually when I talk to the group chat, they don't really know all these signs that I explain because I never talk about them. But I want to make this video pretty much saying all the signs she gave me and just let you guys know the story between me and Snapchat girl. I feel like she might have given up on me because of all these signs she gave me and I didn't do anything with them. I want to do something for her, right? I either want to make her a video, like an edited video like I'm gonna do now, or just surprise her one day after school at lunch with a stuffed animal or something like that. Thing is, the way I left the message off, it's on her. Either she messages me and says she wants to go out or she doesn't. I wouldn't want to do something like that and have her reject me because she's supposedly going with other girl, even though she's not lesbian. They're both not lesbian, but I don't know. Just a little video. I want to tell you guys the story between me and Snapchat girl. It's gonna take a while to edit, so it might be up by tomorrow or Tuesday, not sure. We'll get this video out soon. Alright guys, wanted to end at the end of the video. You guys are probably wondering, why am I hungover over one girl? I'm gonna see many more in my life. This girl has had a good impact on my senior year. The way she treated me, the way, everything. I just took her attention for granted, pretty much. Talked about other girls, didn't pay attention to her. And I feel that she deserves the attention that she could have possibly got from me. I made this video to help you guys understand what she did for me and the story between me and her. And you guys could probably guess this girl means a lot to me if I'm taking the time to make this long video and edit it. It's going to get them out to me. That's why I made this video. I really feel like doing something for her. One thing I forgot to add in the video, if you guys saw what she messaged me, what she put in the Snapchat messages in the argument back and forth, she really cared about what I said to her. She said when I said what I said, it ruined her day. And she was hurt that I said she was fake when all she does is try to be nice to me. It made me feel, she put all that anger of me ignoring her and put it in that argument, because she said all she does is try to be nice to me, meaning she's trying to show me the attention. She's trying to say that she likes me, but I never pay attention to her, and she got mad that I called her fake when she did all that. I really feel like doing something. By the time you see this video, by the time it's edited and uploaded, I might have done something, I might have not, I don't know, but I really feel like doing something. She really deserves it. I might put something on her windshield, like a card or something. I might give her something. I might do something. I don't know, but we'll see. Hope you guys enjoyed this little story video. Catch you guys with more if you guys want to see it. So let me know down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.